Ok, vamos a empezar de nuevo ya porque I don't know, quién entró. Tiene que confirmar quién eres en el WhatsApp group aquí para que te dejan entrar por persona que está haciendo problemas. Yeah, that was weird again. Why does that happen? It's not you, Nicholas, is it? Are you sharing it with your friends?
No, I'm not sure the link.
If I feel like it's something a teenager would do, he would be like,
No,
"Hey, everybody, this is."
no. For what, teacher?
I know exactly, because well, teenagers are teenagers. They just like to make problems. But
No.
yeah,
I don't want. I don't want it.
yeah, I appreciate that, man. I do appreciate that a lot. I just that's really weird. There's this kind of a man just dancing. You're just like, okay, right. I'm closing the group. I bought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why that happens. Like, I don't understand why that happens. But I'm gonna have to make a rule. I will make a rule that if it's after 6:30, I don't let anyone else in. You have to be on time.
But I think you can look the email of the participants or not.
Oh, can I change the settings? Because with
I
just a
think. I
name,
think.
with just a
I
name, I don't know who people are because they log in with different.
Yeah, but one opportunity, and the same thing happened, but in my school.
Right.
And they finally find who was the man, and
The
yeah,
top.
for by the Gmail.
Perfect. Yeah. What happened at school? What happened? Was it someone in your school who was creating problems?
Yeah.
It was one of the students.
Mm, no, it's someone student who's shared the link.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, because it is really annoying, and if this one person who's doing it. If I find out who that is, if it's I would hate to think it was one of my students. But if someone is doing that, then they're definitely getting banned. I don't want to work with people who are ruining. But it's up to me as well. It's my responsibility to make it more secure, right? And I guess we're learning. Yeah. I'll check that out later. I will check it out again later. Anyway, as we were saying, Renzo is just sitting. Yeah, something más seguro, creo. Like where only like everyone has like a personalized entry and that's it. Like you don't just have one link. You have you get one link and you get one entry. I don't know. This is complicated. I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, let's keep going. That was weird. Again, I would just say if you're not in the class, no estás antes de las 6:30, entonces ya no voy a entrar más gente because that's basically hemos perdido like 5 minutos in doing that, and a few students hemos perdido. And it was just like from one moment to another, a lot of people just suddenly started joining. Yeah, I'm gonna look at other solutions soon. Okay, anyway, let's continue. Let's keep going with the pronunciation. This is now in the way. Is everyone liking this so far? I mean, this pronunciation, is this interesting? Give me a thumbs up. Show me, tell me. Write in the chat box if you don't want to say.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back online. We had a weird moment there again. Another weird moment. Like I said, let's make a rule that you have to be in the class before 6:30. Otherwise, I do not let you enter. Just because it's just too complicated to ruin everything. Yeah, I was saying. Yeah, do you liking this? Are we liking this pronunciation?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, we like it, Darwin. Good.
It's useful.
It's useful. Yeah, good, good. I mean, is it interesting though? You know, that's the thing. I mean, it might be useful.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. So this is another next typical problems for Spanish speakers.
Oh.
The clothes.
Oops, sorry, I didn't see the difference. Yeah. Okay. So I think in Spanish you don't have this idea of the. Well, go on then. You want to try Darwin?
Clothes.
Good. Good.
To close. It's difficult.
Yeah, so let's distinguish between the S sound and the Z sound, okay? And it is a bit like a B or something vibrating. When it's the Z, think of a bee or an insect. So Z, Z, and you feel the vibrations, the Z, everything's vibrating. And in this case, it's a sound. There's no more vibrating. It's like a snake. Imagine a snake. Yeah. So this one is close. Listen to me very carefully. Close. Close. Yes, it's a longer sound. I mean, it's an S sound. And this one is close.
But both have the same meaning, right? Or
no?
No.
They look that they're written the same, so they're homographs. So they have the same. They have the same look. They look the same. Homographs, but they have different meanings. Sorry, they have different pronunciations and meanings. So they look the same, but they have different pronunciation, different meaning. Homographs. Yeah. Like graph comes from gráfico, no? And homo means the mismo, so homográfico. Homograph. So, no, Darwin, I challenge you. Can you tell me the difference between those two words?
About the challenge. So, sorry, teacher.
What's the difference in the meaning? I'm challenging you to tell us.
Too close
is
means that it's near a place, or no?
Nearly, but it's the other way around. The other one. This one is the one which means near, in close proximity. It's an adjective.
Okay.
It's to describe the location of something. So me and my brother are close. For people, that means they have a strong relationship. So we have a close relationship. Or I could say my cup is close to me. It's the distance. So that's with the S sound, close. Now with the Z sound, close, that's the verb, which means to shut. The opposite of open, to close. That's the verb. Close. So that's another typical problem, because I don't think you have that in Spanish. No tienes la zeta, it's like theta, no? Or in Peru, it's casi lo mismo, it's like casar. No es casar. No, it should be cazar, no? Cazar en español, the original. But in English, we have z. Now, la boca, the mouth, doesn't change. Casi es la misma boca.
Yeah.
Lo que cambia más es el vibraciones. You're vibrating. For me, think of a snake. Think of a fly. Snake says just puro aire, and the bee or the insect, it buzzes like a drone. You hear the drones in the air, and I was vibrating. Okay, this is another one. So it's a bit weird in English because no other language has this, I don't think. But it's that th sound, th or the, the. Again, you can see here in my mouth is not changing. The, the, the. So the sound is like my construction of my mouth is basically the same. What's changing is again the vibration. Okay, so if you listen to this, we say, well, go on then, volunteer.
Me.
Go on.
Okay. Think on this.
Yeah. Darwin.
Think and this.
Yeah, that was, I would say, a little bit clearer. I would say, Mauricio, your one was a little bit Americanized, especially with this kind of a changing from the this sound. Sometimes sounds like a dis, like da 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 da, like the dis. This is really good. This is really bad. It's not quite correct. Could create some confusion, but I can see how it happens. It does. It's quite similar. But yeah, pretty good. So this one is just that without the vibration. So it's think, okay? And then this one is this. Sorry.
Oh,
this.
this.
It is the, but the final is an S sound.
Think
This, the. So the. They're very similar, but also very different. Very typical problem, not just for Spanish speakers, but for a lot of other speakers of different languages. It's quite uncommon to have this sound, th sound, the sound. So sometimes I like to kind of tell people what it doesn't sound like. So this one is think, it's not think.
Think.
Yeah, it's think, it's not think. I don't know if you hear the difference,
Okay.
but I can hear the difference. And this one is this, it's not this. This, no, it's this. This. Think, not think. Think, what's think? Think about it? No, think about it. This is it? No, this is it. Subtle
This.
is a problem.
This.
Okay, in the R, okay, the R in English is red. It's just we don't have the rolling R's. No, it's not red. No, it's not bar. No, it's just bar. In fact, even here, this is not really the right R sound. It doesn't. You don't even hear it. It's just R, bar. It's not bar. No, it's just bar. So no rolling R's there, guys. And this is another one. Don't add the extra E at the beginning of it. So it's not Spain. It's just Spain. And this one?
Stop.
Stop. De frente a las stop. Good. And this is again this idea of the final consonant being dropped. So here we have breakfast. You pronounce that final T. Breakfast.
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 You have to, tienes que
Breakfast.
add el último sílaba. I guess people hear, oh yeah, do you want some breakfast? What's breakfast? No, I want some breakfast.
First.
Breakfast.
Exactly. The reason it's difficult is it's dos consonantes juntas. It's
Yeah. Breakfast.
hasta, yeah. And the same is for can or can't. Yeah, because if you want to make it negative,
Breakfast.
can't.
Can.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Well, this is a bit more British, but If you're
Okay.
American, you say, I can do it. I can't do it.
I can't.
Exactly.
Mm,
Ese único sonido. That just one t changes it from positive to negative.
Negative. Okay.
Or in the final, for example, this one as well, grabbed. Grabbed. He grabbed me. He grabbed me.
Wrapped. Wrapped.
Grab is to like grab something, is like grab it, like take it. I was drinking I had my cell phone and then the criminal grabbed my phone and took it.
Oh.
Okay.
It's like to violently take with force. Oi, give it to me. Grab it.
Grab it. Grab it.
So,
Okay.
but the past of that is grabbed.
Wrapped.
Yeah.
With the T sound.
No, it's a da sound.
The.
Da. So
Right.
in the present, it's grab, slowly, grab. And in the past, it's only one sonido más. Así se distingue. That's how we distinguish it. So grab, present, grabbed,
Grabbed.
past.
Grab.
Okay.
Grabbed.
Grab, yeah. Grabbed. He grabbed me.
Grabbed. Okay.
It's grab. Grab.
Grabbed. So yeah, you need to add that extra D sound. See no. If not, it's like we're in the present. It's like a presenting. So the only difference is the present and the past is that last duh sound. In the course, I will do all the sounds and explain all the ones. And I think that's it, guys. That was your little sneak peek at the next course that I'm developing. So, up, thumbs down. Do we like it? Do we think it looks good? Useful?
Interesting.
Yes, there's a lot more on that. Connected speech, linking, the ED pronunciation. We'll go into that more about the grabs, the kicked, the recall or did, intonation. Paralinguistics, I don't know if you're interested in that, but paralinguistics are your gestures, your body language, your and emotion through your tonality. Remember last week we did that with the wheel. We did all the emotions about how you can say one thing in many different ways, and depending on the emotion that you want to portray. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You know, it's one word can mean different ways of doing it. That's paralinguistics. That's paralinguistics. It means that communicating without words. Very interesting. So I want to include that maybe into it. The different sounds, probably some extra online resources. And yeah, I think it should be useful. So that's what's coming up for next time. Okay, any questions? Is anyone happy about those? That a bit more interesting? Those are the common, there's not too many, there weren't that many, but those are the typical common problems for Spanish speakers. So yeah, if you want to know more about that, get all the information, then definitely get into my next course on the pronunciation. We're finished for grammar now. I'm not going to do grammar. I'm bored of grammar. We've done all the grammar. You've done all the grammar. The 21 days covers like all the grammar, like the most important grammar. You can take it to another level of sophistication. Even I could. There are grammar books like this big, but you've got a great foundation there with the 21 days. Now it's about communicating better, speaking better, thinking about different things, different aspects. Okay. Okay.
Teacher.
Yeah.
I usually have a problem. When I can speak in English, I usually translate Spanish phrase in Spanish.
Yeah.
And in English, you can say it in another
way
with another words.
Mm-hmm.
do you practice Spanish, uh, uh, or how we practice English, but sound very uh, fluently, but no sound how we speak Spanish in English.
So, I mean, it's one thing is you should never translate word for word. That's never a good idea. You cannot translate everything. Like a mí me gusta, you know, in Spanish to English would be to me I like. No, a mí me gusta. To me, you know what I mean? That doesn't translate. You can't translate that word for word. A mí me gusta in English is I like. So you can't translate word for word. I would say translating is almost a profession in itself. It's a very deep and profound topic. Translation. There is the Bible, for example, was translated into many different countries, into many different languages, and every time it gets translated, the interpretation changes based on the author, because I'm reading it and then I'm choosing to interpretate it into how I think it might be in my reality. So again, it's the same thing with before about trying just to get the 80% of the meaning, but forgetting about that 20% of details. That not really that important. Maybe it's grammar. Maybe it's just one word that you don't know, so maybe you can guess the word. Maybe that word just doesn't have an equivalent in English. You know, sometimes some languages have very specific words for specific things, but in English we don't have that. We have, for example, there's a word in German, right, which is Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. And Schadenfreude is a good word because it's one of those words that just describes an event perfectly. And it means to laugh at somebody else's misfortune. So you imagine that you're walking in the road and then somebody falls over into a puddle and you go, that's Schadenfreude. That's laughing at others' misfortune. So in English, I would have to say, oh, he was laughing at the other person's misfortune. But in German, I could say, hey, that's Schadenfreude. So translating is a difficult one. That's why people take degrees. They take bachelor's degrees, they take doctorate degrees in translation, because it's not something that is to be taken seriously. It's a very important job that if I translate, for example, a legal document from English to Spanish, then the words must represent what the original document said. So in terms of learning English, if you're watching a movie or if you're listening to a song, it's not that important that you know 100% again. It's just the 80%. Focus on the 80%, and the 20%, it will come. You just absorb it. So does that answer your question, Darwin?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Yeah, don't try and word by word. No. You've also got you've got these false cognates. So you've got that words that look similar, but are also very different. And you have to be careful of that. Like embarazada looks like embarrassed in English, and that's very different meanings. Sensible is not sensible in English. So you have to be careful. But some of it you can just guess. Okay, información, you know, whatever, I don't know. Just don't do it word for word. Just don't do it word for word. And just try and get the feeling from the author, the idea. The idea is more important than the words themselves. So I think to become a good translator, you need to be a good reader and a good listener and a good interpreter of the original author's ideas. And that's not an easy skill to have. It's not easy at all. And that's why you can have a full-time job being a translator. Imagine doing it in live, like live TV, you know, when they have to do it like listening in one ear and translating in that. It's a highly stressful job, very, very stressful. That's why they get paid quite a lot. But I've heard it's a horrible thing to do. I mean, I couldn't do it. It's not something for me. I personally am not a fan of translations. it's just, to me, it's not that enjoyable. I struggle with it. I find it's quite difficult, and that's why I don't enjoy it personally. Other people like it more and they'll do it, but it's not my thing. So yeah, just get the flow, get the idea, get the gist. The gist is not the specific. We don't want to have the specific. It's not about the perfection. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for a general understanding that's going to accelerate our possibilities of understanding the text, and not getting frustrated and making yourself feel demotivated. Oh no, I don't understand every word. That means I can't speak English. Oh, it's all over. No, it's like, okay, well, I don't know that word, but it looks kind of similar to the other word, so I could probably guess. And yeah, I feel like I understand like the general topic of what we're talking about. Great, I couldn't do that 1 year ago. I didn't even speak any English. So now I can now have a conversation, or I can watch a news article and kind of get the idea, and you're doing great. But yeah, translations, not easy. So what was I going to do now? Can't remember now. You just had a question, right? That was the question. Translations. Okay. Let's have a look at the news, guys, and see if we can get some new vocabulary for today. Okay, we looked at pronunciation, and let's look at the news and let's see if we can find some new words that we can learn. And let's go straight to, you guys know what I like to do. I like to share my screen. I like to go to The Guardian, and I like to go to the BBC. I will let you guys choose the top. I like you guys to choose it, but if you don't want to choose it, I'll choose it for you. But let's have a look at what The Guardian says. These are the most viewed articles for the day. So we have a major breakthrough in COVID-19 drug makes UK professors millionaires. So a breakthrough is a lovely word, breakthrough. It's like, well, you can imagine with the coronavirus that we've not had any new positive news. So this is like beating an obstacle, getting past something that was challenging or difficult is a breakthrough, usually related to technology or science. Like recently they took a photo of a black hole. That was a breakthrough in kind of like physics, I think. It was a new step, a new phase in the development or something, or in the scientific study. So that's a breakthrough, good word. Okay, we got Niagara Falls tour boats highlight US and Canada's stark COVID-19 divide. So that's a good one, a stark, very obvious, very clear, a stark difference. 3, coronavirus live news, record daily rise in global cases with almost 285,000 new infections. Well, congratulations, coronavirus, killing it.
Awesome. Whoa.
Number 4, Iranian passenger plane, so from Iran is Iranian, passenger plane forced to change course as US fighter jets approached. Okay. To change course, to change direction. Number 5, Boris Johnson says coronavirus could have been handled differently. 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5, guys.
It's between 3 and 4.
You're choosing 3 or 4?
Yeah.
You can vote in the comments, guys, if you want.
3 is in live.
Yes. Very good. You got that right. It's live in this moment. It's what's happening right now. It's being updated. So this is a longer, it's not really a normal article. Well, let's go for the live one, yeah? I think that's 2 for the live.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, coronavirus. Man, he's 103 years old, recovers in Pakistan as it happened. So a recover, he's recovered from he's got better, he's now healthy, he's recovered from the disease, and that is quite amazing. Is that a miracle? That's a miracle. 103 in Pakistan. I mean, a health worker collects a swab. So this thing in the mouth, what they use to check you, is called a swab. Swab. the thing they put in your mouth, they swab it, collects the swab to carry out a coronavirus test on a boy in Kolkata, in India. There were nearly 50,000 new cases recorded in India. It doesn't look very clean, their hospital, does it? Doesn't look very hygienic. That looks like a scary situation. I mean, if I was that boy, I would be scared right now. Okay, we've got a summary. Okay, so that means a summary is an overview, is a resume of what's been happening.
It's okay to say highlights.
Highlights, summary. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much synonymous. You could use both. I think like in football, they used to talk in sports. You usually talk about highlights when you get to see the highlights, like you can watch them. But yeah, summary and overall summary, I think probably more appropriate for the news.
It's more formal or what?
Summary is more formal. I don't know. It's they're very similar. I mean, it's an overview.
Okay.
The highlights, but I don't know. I feel like highlights is more for like sporting occasions or maybe positive things, not just the news. But it could be. I think it can be used both in both senses. It's not a big issue. So we're switching this one off. So they're switching this one off. So it's not live anymore, but keep following the ones on. Okay, so this one's being turned off now. Here is a summary of the latest developments. The Who, is it the band? It's not the band, no. Anyone, what is this?
The World Health Organization.
Very good. The World Health Organization reported the greatest single day increase in global cases yet seen.
Wow.
With the total rising by 284,196 in 24 hours. The biggest increases were from the United States, Brazil, India, and South Africa, according to a daily report. So this, I don't know if that's kind of interesting, but we've got the jointed single day, because this is like two words that are being used to kind of craft a new word. Make it more obvious that it's single day and not like a single increase or single greatest increase. It's a single day. Just to specify that those two are linked. Sometimes we can do that in English to bring them together if there's a lot going on. Reported. This is reported. It's a reported speech, right? Yet, until now. Spain, not Spain, no. Spain have warned that a second wave. Okay, so wave is like in the sea, you have the undulations of the sea. Well, we have a kind of a similar thing with diseases, and then they come through waves.
Hola.
Holas. Hola.
The second wave.
It's like a wave, isn't it? That's what you do. A wave as well in English. It's like that. It's like hola. It's quite weird, that, isn't it, when you think about it? Maybe that's where, well, wave means wave, but waving is a bit like waving, isn't it? The health minister is tracking. Ooh, tracking. Okay, so tracking means to be vigilating or following more than 280 active outbreaks. So this is a good one as well. An outbreak means that when something becomes out of control, it becomes an outbreak. Okay, especially with I don't know how you say it, epidemic, I don't know, say that. But yeah, for diseases, you can have an outbreak. You could have an outbreak of violence as well. I can imagine that. So maybe right now in the United States of America, there's a lot of protests and outbreaks of violence.
Strikes, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are strikes. I don't know what's going on exactly, but this is an outbreak is when it suddenly kind of becomes uncontrollable. You can't control it anymore. It becomes difficult to control. And so it's like they're not controlling it. There's 280 outbreaks. It's like, oh no, there's 280 different areas where it's suddenly increasing a lot more.
Crazy.
Indeed. Keep going. The health minister is tracking, so following more than 280 active outbreaks. So yeah, out of control, the situations that are getting out of control across the country. On Friday, it logged So to log means to record. You like to record all of these cases. They're logging them. Like, can you imagine it like in a log? You would just go like 1, 2, 3. So you're logging it. So you're recording it, reporting it. So it logged 922 new COVID-19 cases, slightly down from 971 over the previous 24 hours. Maria Jose Sierra, the deputy head of Spain's Center for Health Emergencies, said it could already be a second wave. Oh dear. France is advising citizens not to travel to Catalonia, which is in Spain, amid, that's a good one, amid rising corona virus cases. Because really, in precaution to, what is it? Let's have a look here. I just want to see. It's a preposition, yeah. It's not a very common preposition. Not very common, a bit old school, but it is one. So it's surrounded by, in the middle of.
Also means between.
Yeah, in an atmosphere or against a background. I mean, this is what I was thinking about it being. Because it's because of this atmosphere or what's going on in this area. But yeah, amid. So an example: talks broke down amid accusations of a hostile takeover bid. So yeah, it's a bit it's quite formal. Not something you could guess very easily. Not where something you couldn't guess that word. But I think most of you already probably have about 80% of these words. We have a few new words. We have logged. We have
Breakthrough.
well,
Start. Breakthrough. Start. What else? Starting.
Yeah. But otherwise, you get the idea. You get the general information. It's just one or two specific words, which is okay. So France is advising amid rising coronavirus cases. Jean Castex, the French Prime Minister, also said the government would strengthen controls at the country's borders to better control the pandemic. Nearly half of the 16,410 cases detected in Spain in the past fortnight were diagnosed in the northeastern region. Anyone know what fortnight means?
Fortnight. No.
No?
No, teacher.
Fortnight is 2 weeks, means 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's a word for 2 weeks, a fortnight. I'll see you in 2 weeks, I'll see you in a fortnight.
It's a British word?
Yes.
Or...
I don't think the Americans use it. No.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, fortnight. Fortnight. That's that final two. Okay, so last 2 weeks, we've had some more cases than normal. Norway will reimpose, so kind of put back
Wow.
A 10-day quarantine requirement for people arriving from Spain. Nothing's perfect. Look, even The Guardian has mistakes. As part of the new measures, so the new policies, the new rules, effective from tomorrow, so starting, this means effective from tomorrow, starting from tomorrow, the government would also ease restrictions on people entering the country from Sweden. Okay, so imposing means to put it there, and to ease it means to reduce it. Like a little bit. It's a bit like in Peru, we are being eased back into the normality. So first we had the malls open, or private, I don't know, and now we have the hairdressers, and now we have the restaurants. We're easing our way back to normality, little by little. Just a little bit. Don't want to do too much. Don't want to let coronavirus kill everyone. So we're just going to ease it open. Open the economy a little bit at a time. Ease it open. Easy. You think of the word easy. Comes from the word easy. Like maybe to easily. Well, maybe not. So it sounds similar, doesn't it? Easy.
Is.
Yeah, easy. Schools in South Africa have been closed for a month in a bid to curb the spread of the virus. Another good one. In an attempt, they're trying. They're in a bid. Like if you go to the auction, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600. You're bidding. You're bidding for it. So in this way, they're hoping. They're kind of like trying. It's a way to say to try to curb the spread of the virus. So to curb, that's a really good word as well. It means to stop, to reduce. If you want to be happier, you should curb your procrastination. I don't know, something like that. Or you should curb your vices. Or, yeah. I think there was a program called like Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think it was like Reduce Your Enthusiasm. It was an old comedy. President Cyril Ramaphosa's announcement came a day after researchers revealed that excess mortality data suggested South Africa's COVID outbreak had contributed to substantially more deaths over a 10-week period from early May than official figures suggested. So they had a bad data, wrong data, incorrect data, and they've decided that they need to do more. They need to stop schools because obviously more people are dying. A 103-year-old man, again, you see how this is all connected here? 103-year-old, a 103-year-old man, a 103-year-old man has recovered from COVID-19 in a makeshift hospital in Pakistan. Makeshift, that's like temporary. It's a makeshift hospital, so it's not a normal hospital. It's not always there. It's a makeshift hospital. It's temporary. Aziz Abdul Alim, a resident of a village in the mountainous northern district of Chitral, was released last week from an emergency response center after testing positive in early July. Okay, so well done, man. Well done, Aziz. You're awesome. 103 years old and beating coronavirus. Awesome. And finally, Portugal has said the UK's decision to persist with a quarantine regime for travellers from the country is not backed by the facts. I think regime is similar to Spanish, régimen, no? Yeah, similar, no? Quarantine regimen, so again, it's like this protocol for people. Portugal are a bit angry. I think they want UK tourists. They want people from the UK to visit Portugal. It's a very nice country. And they're angry because it's like, hey, we don't have coronavirus here, so why do we need to have this quarantine? Because that makes tourism, more difficult to work. And Augusto Santos Silva, the foreign minister, made the comments after it was left off an updated list of countries exempt, so excluded from the measures by the UK Foreign Office on Friday. So yeah, Portugal's like, hey, what's going on? Why are you letting people go to Spain and not letting people come to my country? My country's great and there's less coronavirus. That's not fair. We want your money. Give us your money. Okay, and we're going to stop there because that was the summary. That was the overview. And this just goes on forever. So we're not going to do that. I did think this one's quite funny with the boats being different. The Canadian one has 6 people on it, and the American one has 250 people on it. This is just a comparison of policies by different governments. Same geography, same location, but different laws and different policies. This is highlighting the difference between how governments choose to do. There you go. Canada on the right, there's nobody on there. United States of America on the left. Hey, whatever, we want to make money.
Oh, it's way too crowded. Yeah, actually, we took a picture of the boat. It's, I don't know, I don't find that it's very safe to be in a boat like that. So it's much better here when you look at the difference between the boats. I think that says a lot about Canada versus the States right now and how we're handling the pandemic.
Yeah, that's a really good. Just shows you how could live in the same different place, but there's different rules, different ways of living. The United States of America are not that. They don't care very much. They're missing the leadership from Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump is not doing the right things in many ways. Okay, good. What else, guys? I think that's pretty much. I wanted to show you a little bit on Facebook. I wanted to help you out, guys, and I wanted to give you a little challenge for the week as well. Who wants to know the challenge? Challenges are good.
Last week was about listening.
Yeah, I did ask you to do a bit of every day. I said, but the real challenge was the introduction video. That was a real challenge.
Oh, good.
I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use social media to your advantage. How to make learning using social media possible. So hopefully on my Facebook, nobody has any silly photos or anything. That's the problem with social media. You never know what's going to happen. But let me just show you my screen here. And this is my Facebook, right? So the first thing that happens on my Facebook is I see here the BBC Learning English. And why is that? It's because I've clicked this little button up here, okay? And I've made this. I think you change the turn on notifications, or you make it your favorite somehow. Can't remember how exactly. But let's go to BBC Learning English, yeah? And I can't exactly remember like his page, invite friends. Can't actually remember how to do this now, but oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, so you go to following, okay? And then in your news feed, you say see first. See first. So it's the first thing you're going to see. So if I do a refresh, I see BBC Learning English, not some other thing. BBC Learning English. And then, then you get the photos and yada, yada, yada. So I can sign up to BBC Learning English. You could sign up to The Guardian. You could sign up to BBC News. I don't really like to see the news the first thing I do. Go to BBC News. Okay, click the follow button and see first. So that way you are optimizing your social media time, because the first thing that you're going to see is something about English or in English, instead of, tu madre ha comprado rosas para su jardín, tu hermano ha cocinado, ceviche. That's interesting, but not really. Like, why not use social media to learn, right?
Yeah, because at least me, I spend a lot of time searching for the latest information about, I don't know, BBC, and I have to get down the page and search information. You spend a lot of time doing that.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to filter your social media to give you the best opportunity in life. Okay, so being smart about it. What can you do? Well, if you're learning English, follow this page and put it at the top. See first. Or go to Ben English, click on my lovely face. Not the other Ben English there. That's not me. No, this is my personal one. You don't want to do that one. But put me at the top so you get every single one of my notifications, because I'm also on Instagram, okay, and I've got it open here, guys, and I am doing some tips for every day.
Oh, come on.
Okay, that's on Instagram, and I am sharing that every day, and I'm trying to help you as much as possible through my Instagram. So that's another way of following me. I've got these like fun ones like phrases of the day, spick and span, keep things clean. I've got motivational quotes. In every crisis, there is danger and opportunity. Did you know that the Chinese symbol for a crisis? You got a cat there, Marisha?
Yeah. She's
She's huge.
I don't know, fair.
If you look at this word, this word in Chinese is crisis. Crisis. And it consists of two words for the Chinese. It means danger and opportunity. So we're living in the coronavirus, which is dangerous, but it also presents opportunity, new opportunities, new way of doing business, new way of working, new way of studying, new way of, learning English. So yeah, I'm trying to share as much as I can on there. Words of the day, you've got quizzes and more. I'm still working on it. It's getting better. I'm working on it. But that's the kind of thing I'm saying. Go to your social media, and I don't know if you can do it on so much with Instagram. I think you can. You can do the same thing. You need to prioritize in your newsfeed to see things first, see the important stuff first. The things that are going to help you, because you can waste a lot of time on social media. Try and give yourself the best opportunity. Follow great pages.
Stop watching memes.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of wasting your time on silly thingies, watching memes. Yeah, that was a really funny one with Jose Miguel I posted today, which you guys who being Peruvian would like this one. Does anyone have TikTok?
Not me.
Yeah, this one here.
It was good.
Yeah, so stop looking at stupid things, and we need you for Huasca. There's more important things in the world than TikTok silly videos. Yeah,
of course.
Go and find some nice educational pages to follow. BBC is a good one if you want British English. ABC is the American version. The Guardian, or I don't know, and it's motivational tips. I don't know, whatever you want. You just search it, find the page, and change that setting so that you come first in the newsfeed.
For example, I was posting some videos from TED.
Yeah,
on
Ted's a good
page.
one. Yeah, exactly. Ted's a great one to do. TED, 13 million likes, lots of. Well, TED Ed is better actually. TED Ed is what you sent me. If you do that, click TED Ed, go to follow, and see first. That's the key thing, because otherwise with the algorithms, then you won't see it. So this is a good video here. What is narcissism? Very important. You need to know what a narcissist is, because you don't want to marry a narcissist, or you don't want to start a business with a narcissist, or you don't want to work for a narcissist. So make sure you know what a narcissist is. It's got nice subtitles here as well in English.
A flower marked the spot where he died, and we call that flower the narcissus.
It's American English, I'm sorry though. How the ventilators work. Every day they have a new one. Nice little quotes here as well. Nothing can stop the power of a committed and determined people to make a difference in our society. Nothing can stop the power of a committed and determined people to make a difference in our society. This is people, not in general, but a people, as in a type of people. So yeah, Okay, that was my tip, guys. This is how it's going to improve your English. This is it. You know, using social media. Don't get distracted by kittens and memes. Change the settings. Change your settings to see first. See, tell me. Let me know how it goes. What else? Yeah, and follow me on Instagram if you like Instagram. And I don't know if I've got anything else, guys, to say for today. The challenge for the week, and this is not going to be an easy one, but I was thinking that maybe some of you could probably interview somebody in English. Can you find somebody to interview and ask them questions? Now that might be a little bit too difficult. If you can't find somebody, okay, if you can't find somebody different, then what I will challenge you is you're going to write an interview for me, the questions, and I'm going to choose some of your questions and I'm going to answer them for you.
So if we can find another person.
If you can't find somebody else, like maybe you have a friend or you have a pen pal or you have a friend in the US and say, hey, my teacher asked me, can we do an interview? I just want to ask you some questions in English. Is that possible?
Okay.
If they say, yeah, that's great, that's fine, no problem, awesome. If they say, nah, not really want to do that, try somebody else. If they say, nah, no, try somebody else. When you try 5 people, yeah, okay, right, Ben, can you do it with me? I'll do it with you. But it would be better if you do it with somebody else. That's my challenge.
A voice recording or?
A voice recording is perfect. A video recording also works if you have the visual aspect. Great. You can use Zoom and you can record the videos. And yeah, I think that would be a great challenge. I think that will make you thinking about on the spot. You have to think, you know, in the moment, how to react to the questions. It will train you. It's a good way to become a good listener by becoming an interviewer. And obviously it's a good reason or a good excuse to practice your English. Yeah. Yeah, challenge accepted.
Yes, teacher, we interview another person.
Yeah, you're going to interview someone else in English, somebody you can find. You could either do it with maybe you already know somebody, or maybe you can find somebody on the internet, which is a bit weird. But if you just go to this, you know, Speak English, I saw a group on there, and you could definitely speak and learn English. You could maybe find somebody on here from a different country. It doesn't have to be a native speaker. You're just speaking to them in English and practicing your English and improving your skills of becoming a presenter and asking good questions and lots of other reasons to interview people. It's interesting as well, finding out about their lives. And maybe if they're not a native speaker, maybe if they're an English learner, then you can even assume the role of the teacher and start to recognize the mistakes that they make. And they may have very different mistakes because they're not from a Spanish-speaking country. So just trying to expand your horizons a little bit. If you've got a friend, great, do it with them. If you can't find someone, look online on one of these groups. If you can't find anyone, send me the questions and I'll do the answers for you. Okay?
Yeah, got it.
All right, guys, that will be all for the weekend. I can't believe sometimes these weeks go so quickly. It's amazing. That was nearly 2 hours. So well done, guys. Thank you for coming. Have a wonderful week. Join the Facebook VIP English support group if you haven't. Finish the rest of the modals. Follow me on Instagram as well. And that's it. I think that's all good. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.